This episode of Power Women of the Trades is also brought to you by Forrest Perry of Forrest Perry Digital Marketing. Want to generate more leads for your service business? Trust his team to deliver quality new customer leads and protect your brand online. Check out perrymarketing.com today.
Hello everyone. We want to give a quick shout out to our amazing partner, Rilla, the game changer in the home service industry. Rilla's virtual ride-along software means no more physical ride-alongs. With Rilla, you can coach your team virtually 100 times faster and boost your close sale rates like never before. Don't miss out. Join the movement today and watch your sales soar. Visit rilla.com/PWT to learn more.
Most businesses' online presence is boring. And by being boring, they're losing out on potential sales and customers. Being interesting and exciting is what draws customers in and gets them to buy from you. But it's hard to be interesting online when you're focused on running your business and taking care of your customers. It doesn't have to be this way. We have the key to unlocking the solution to your problem. Key Heart Marketing can help take your business from boring to brilliant on social media. We can vouch for them. They run our podcast socials. If you want to have a strong social media presence that allows customers to know, like, and trust you, connect with Key Heart Marketing at keyheartmarketing.com. Welcome to Power Women of the Trades podcast. This show is all about breaking barriers and changing the game. Our guests will feature some of today's most successful female entrepreneurs and other advocates of our industry as well. Because if there's one thing we know for sure, female-led entrepreneurship drives change on multiple levels. We want to empower women in the trade industry like you so you can maximize your potential, stay balanced, achieve long-term success, and claim ownership over your life. Let's get started.
Welcome back to Power Women of the Trades with Cassie and Kailee.
Oh, that's so exciting to hear.
Okay, so we have a brand new announcement we're super excited about because like the story of the podcast really is what? Some dude told me that men or women didn't have the business acumen as most men, and that pissed me off. And then I created a podcast. And like going back, the show has had a journey, and Kailee has been alongside with us since the beginning. Back with Leslie, you know that whole story too. I tell Kailee, I'm like, hey, I'm going to do a podcast, and I need you to help me.
I still remember that day. Cassie calls me into her office and she goes, "So," and I was like, "Okay, what's happening?" And she said, "I want to start a podcast." And I was like, "Let's do it.
Yeah.
We're gonna see."
And then I was like, "But you're gonna have to help me." And she's like, "I don't have the experience." I'm like,
"We're gonna learn. We're gonna figure it out."
Neither do I. So then I talked Leslie into it.
Yes.
And she had given me 7 episodes. Like she said, she would do 7 episodes with me. And if you know Leslie, she's just not this spotlight. She's not wanting to do that. And so she gave me 7 episodes, but then that turned into 80. Mm-hmm. And then when she was ready to step away, because that had been in the plan, Heather stepped in. And for the last year, Heather has been my co-host. And the whole plan always has just for this to be ever evolving.
Yeah.
And so here we are now with Kailee. And I feel like just looking back that now's the time for Kailee, because I feel like, if I started in the beginning with you, no one you have gotten the credibility that you deserved, because no one really knew you respectfully, right?
No, I 100% agree with that statement.
Also personal growth for Kailee.
Yes.
3 years ago, would you have done it?
No, I was about to say that. 3 years ago, Kailee, and then now Kailee are different people. They're still the bubbly, the happy, the smiling. That's still all the same. But I was definitely the one that was behind the camera, behind everything. Never once would I have ever thought, Kailee, you're going to be a co-host of a podcast one day.
Yeah.
I'd have been like, me, Kailee, or a different Kailee. I don't know, but
and then but I'm the queen, no pun intended today. The
If you know, you
queen.
know.
If you know, you know. The queen of pushing people outside of their comfort zone. I'm like, no, girl, you're doing this. You're figuring that out. And so the journey has been super exciting. And now you're stepping in as the co-host.
It's crazy. It's super exciting. I'm very thankful for the opportunity. I can count not even a lot of opportunities I've gotten just from the roles that I've had. And thanks to Cassie and all the growth that she's not only helped me become a better person and grown outside my comfort zone, but I'm super excited for the opportunity that I've gotten to have.
I'm excited. So for the listeners that maybe don't know you, what's the story? What's Kaylee's story?
Do you want to tell it or you want me to tell it? Because
You always like my version, but I think you should tell it.
Okay, so whenever I was in college, I was a college athlete at OPU, and I was looking for a job in marketing, obviously, and I got a degree in marketing. And a lot of the jobs were wanting 3 to 5 years experience, which is not what I had coming out of college. Obviously, I had some internships and things that I did, but nothing like to the degree that people were wanting. And so I had always thought that I would be in like sports marketing or like a boutique or something of that sort. Not the trades. And then it was dead week, which was the week before finals week. And I saw a job posting for quality. And I was like, oh, this would be super cool because it was a social media and community coordinator, which I love social media. Any of my friends that you asked, I was always the one that was like, let's take pictures for Instagram. Let's post on TikTok. Let's do all the things. And then I also love the community aspect. So I was like, this is perfect. And it was in Glenpool, which is right outside of Tulsa. I knew I wanted to come back home because this is where I had grown up. I didn't want to move to Texas. I didn't want to do, no offense to Texas. Texas is awesome, but Orange Down also.
Orange Down.
But I knew I wanted to come back to Tulsa. And so I applied, and within like 10 minutes, Cassie had responded being like, hey, can you set up an interview? And I was like, I screamed in my living room at my apartment, and my roommates were like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I got an interview. And so then we scheduled it for Zoom because finals week was the following week. And so I did it over Zoom from Cassie likes to say my dorm room, which is always
I always say the dorm room. And she's like, that was actually my college apartment. And I'm like, dorm room is a better story.
It's a better story. So we'll go with dorm room.
You were still in college.
And I got hired on the spot. And then she was like, so can you start like next Monday? So like a week. So I graduated on that following Saturday, started that following Monday. And then I've been with Quality ever since, and I've loved every second of it. My role has evolved. I'm now the director of marketing, and the podcast now co-host, was just producer. So it's been a crazy but awesome journey, and I'm so excited for what's to come. And yeah, it's super fun.
It's exciting.
Yes.
It's been, again, and so I think it's taken, I think in the 3 years, what you have gotten to do is build your own story in the trades. And so I don't ever want anyone to be identified in the trades by Cassie. I want you to be Kailee, who works at Quality, and that's separate of Cassie. And so I'm thankful that you've had the 3 years to build your own personal brand and your own reputation in the trades. And now jumping on alongside me as my co-host, it makes sense. It's like peanut butter and jelly.
Or chips and queso, because you know we love some
chips and queso. We're going to go with some chips and queso. Vodka and soda. Kaylee's never going to drink that. No. Get her a White Claw.
Yeah. Or Malibu.
Yeah. So, what do you think we should be focused on in the podcast? Our listeners, and what do you think should be next?
I think honing in on that younger audience, obviously bringing me on is going to be help with that. But I feel like our next generation is coming up. So being able to highlight what's coming is going to be super, not only cool, but impactful to show like, hey, you can do it too, you know? And like hearing the stories, not just mine, but like other people that have grown up in the trades or starting in the trades, they didn't think they would be in the trades. Like it's super cool to highlight that because like, obviously the women in the trades is still a small percentage, but it's also young women in the trades is an even smaller percentage. So like being able to get that out there and more people to know about it is going to be super beneficial.
For sure. So when do you think, because I've had this conversation with you several times, like one time specifically, we were like running through an airport and I was like, Kailee, did you ever think that you would be running through an airport for a flight for your trades job in HVAC and plumbing? And she's like, No. And I'm like, well, what'd you think you were going to do? You know, we're like running, I think in Atlanta, we're like hustling. And like she said earlier, she thought she would be in sports because she was a college athlete, or she would be like at a boutique or something.
Mm-hmm.
And so was there a moment when you realized that this industry was your place?
Yeah, I would say once I got settled in, because obviously marketing can be the same, or is the same across the board, whether you still have to know those basic things. But like, after I got settled in and I learned the industry, I was like, okay, this is awesome. Because like, our number one core value at Quality is serve people, and that's something that's important to me too. I'm a very like giving, like wanting to do things for other people type of person. And so once I saw all of those values online, I was like, okay, this I could see forever. Like, this is a job that I am super excited about. It's something whenever I wake up, I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go. Like, it's never like, oh my gosh, I have to go to work. You know what I mean? And I think that's super important that you find that place that is like, gets you excited. And there's a bigger picture than just like getting up and going to work every day. There's a bigger purpose behind it.
I was cracking up even today because I was thinking about us doing this episode later today. But this morning you came in to show me some of our marketing plans, and you were like, well, we're actually, hang on, let me change that. This is going to be a mainline drain opening with a camera. And I was like, okay. It sounds good. Like, because I just think back to 3 years ago, Kailee, when you were like, what's a main drain?
Right.
Or what's a furnace?
Right.
And that's what's so cool about our industry is it's there's so much, and there's so much opportunity, and there's so many things happening that are just different than you every day. You never know what you're going to get every day in this industry.
For sure. And I think the network is also like a big component. Like, I can message someone and be like, hey, what are your thoughts on this? And they're super eager to help. And like, you don't get that every day where you can just have a phone call and be like, hey, what are your thoughts? You know what I mean? So
for sure. So if your younger self could see you co-hosting a podcast about women changing the trades industry, what would she say?
She wouldn't believe it. Like, she wouldn't. I mean, she would be proud for sure. Like, super proud. I'm not going to get teary-eyed, but she'd be super proud of how far she came, because like, you never know, like, how do I want to wear this? Like, whenever you're younger, like, I have all these dreams to be this, this, and this, you know what I mean? So like, I remember whenever I was little, I was like, I'm going to be a vet. And then I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, I can't do that. Or like, I started out whenever I first was going to college, I was like, I'm going to be a business management major. And I was like, okay, but I don't really want to do that either. So then like, different things happen. Like, I always think timing is a big thing. And so I think my younger self would be super proud of where she came, and like, this is who she needed to be.
That's for sure. Exciting. I'm so proud of you. And timing really is the thing here. Yeah. And I said that a little bit earlier of like, timing, it had to be the right time. And I know that there's so much that I think when this announcement comes out, there are going to be so many people that are like, oh my gosh, finally, or this was it, or and excited. And shout out to my previous two co-hosts. They were so incredible. Both of them. I love them both dearly. Still absolute great friends with both of them, and thankful for what they did to pave the way for Kailee. And I'm sure you have some insight. Like you've been behind the camera, on the other side for every single episode ever recorded for the podcast.
Yeah, I've learned a lot from our previous two co-hosts. I'm super thankful for, and I know like if I've ever had any questions about anything, they're super responsive to answer. Like, they're very supportive. They always said how proud they were of me, and I was like, they're like another mentor to me. So I very much value my relationship with them.
That's awesome. Well, this episode was going to be short. We needed to have a little intro and welcome you to the podcast. But I got some rapid fire questions for you. These are ChatGPT made too, so they're like.
We love ChatGPT.
Okay. Coffee or tea?
No, can neither be an option.
I already knew.
Can neither be an
She wouldn't
option.
do it. How much water do you drink a day, Kailee?
Not enough, but we're going to get better at that.
We're working better.
I'm in my health girl era, so I'm trying to go to the gym more and drink more water. So we'll let you know how that is going in the next few episodes.
Early bird or night owl?
Oh, I'm a night owl for sure.
Dream guest for the podcast?
Oh, that's such a hard question.
We can reserve. Reserve it.
Yeah.
Reserve it.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a hard. I like because a bunch of people are like popping in my head, but I'm like, I can't choose one. So we're gonna.
What is your dream golf course?
Oh, Augusta, where the Masters is held.
We're always trying to get some Masters tickets, and here's why. Kaylee was a college golfer, and she is experienced, and she's good. I swung a club at Golf Suites last week and pulled my shoulder.
She's okay, by the way. We double checked.
I am fine. However, I am really trying to go to Augusta for the outfits and the merch.
Yeah. And it's just like a cool experience because like you can't have your phone in there. So it's like you have to be present. And I think a lot of events aren't like that anymore.
Mhm.
So like I just think it'd be a super cool experience. But we're gonna try. We're gonna get there one day. Mark our words, we're gonna get there.
What is one word to describe your approach to leadership?
I would say for me personally, it's growth because like I've grown a lot as a leader because like we've said, 3 years ago, Kaylee would not be where she is today without that.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say that would be my one word.
Awesome. And what do you want listeners to take away from this new beginning?
That anything is possible if you set your mind to it. Because like we keep on saying in this episode, like I never would have thought I would be here, but here I am. And so if you put your mind to something, the sky's the limit. Like you can do it. Just go out of your comfort zone and just try. You never know what's going to happen.
You never know.
Yeah.
And so with that, Kaylee McCrary is the new co-host of Power Women of the Trades.
Yes, and I'm super excited and can't wait to share many more memories with you guys. So stay tuned for what's to come.
Catch us soon.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
This has been Power Women of the Trades. Like what you hear so far? Leave us a review in Apple and make sure to listen to our other episodes wherever you enjoy listening to your podcasts. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you on the next one.